These are my bookshelves. They've got lots of books on them and lots of other things, but something I haven't spoken about on the channel here are the films, and there are quite a few. So, that's what we're doing today. My bookshelf can be split into 4 sections: Disney, series part 2 and Marvel, and great films that are probably some of my favourite films. So let's start with the Disney. First up we have the Pixar movies, so they include Good Dinosaur, Monsters University, Brave, Up, WALL-E, Ratatouille, Finding Nemo, Monsters Inc. Then it goes on to Disney. I do have Moana that goes in between these two, but it's currently not here. So in the Disney sections, we have Zootropolis, Big Hero 6, Frozen, Wreck-It Ralph, Tangled, The Princess and the Frog, Lilo and Stitch, which is my favourite, Atlantis the Lost Empire, Emperor's New Groove, Tarzan, Mulan, Hercules, Pocahontas, Aladdin, The Aristocats, that's the whole point of the pun, The Jungle Book, Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, then we have the Tim Burton's adaptation of Alice in Wonderland, then Into the Woods, Peter Pan, which isn't technically a Disney because it's their live adaptation, but it kind of fits with the others, and then How to Train Your Dragon, which is again not Disney, but DreamWorks, and genuinely a great film. I then have these 3 Simpsons that separate the Disney from the series, and they're just really cute, I think. Then we move on to the series. So first up I have the 3 Hobbits movies, which are An Unexpected Journey, The Desolation of Smaug, and The Battle of the 5 Armies. Then I have the Star Wars films, so the first 3 episodes, then the second 3 episodes, and then The Force Awakens, happily being guarded by my Resistance fighter up there, which does actually shoot, as demonstrated quite pathetically there. Then I have Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, next to all the Harry Potter films, which I think everyone knows the Harry Potter films, so I won't go through them. Then I have the Sherlock series, so the first 3 series and The Abominable Bride, which is there. And then the 2 Star Trek movies. I haven't seen or got the third one, but I've heard it's very good. And then I have my Funko of Sherlock protecting them. Up here I have the rest of the series. I have my tiny clapperboard highlighters next to the Merlin series. I think it's the first series, the second volume of the 3rd series and the 4th series. Don't ask why. Then I have a Toothless, I think it was a McDonald's toy, just sat up there, I thought was quite nice. Then I have the first 3 Hunger Games films. I don't have Mockingjay Part 2, and weirdly I've never seen it. Then we move on to my collection of Marvel films. These include the X-Men First Class, X-Men, X-Men 2, X-Men Last Stand, Iron Man, Iron Man 2, Thor, Captain America, Avengers Assemble, Iron Man 3, Thor the Dark World, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1, The Amazing Spider-Man, and Wolverine, which I think is kind of underrated Marvel film. Then we go on to great films and my favourite films, really. First up, we have Fight Club. Then we have a special edition of Out of Africa, which is a really good film I haven't seen in a while. Then The Outcast, which is heartbreaking. The Painted Veil, equally heartbreaking. The Perks of Being a Wallflower. Third Star, which also heartbreaking. Don't know why all these are very heartbreaking, but oh well. Then we have Atonement, Seeking a Friend for the End of the World, Begin Again, The Grand Budapest Hotel, my favourite Wes Anderson film, Lost in Translation, The Beach, I can't get these out, Kill Bill Volume 1 and 2 there, then we have The Rocky Horror Show, which I can't really find a place for, so it's just going on top for now. It'll just stay there. Then we have the Edgar Wright films, including the Cornetto trilogy, which are Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, and The World's End, and also Baby Driver, my favourite film of 2017. Then we have Whiplash, La La Land, the 2 Damien Chazelle films. Then with some Woody Allen films, not all of which I actually like, to be honest, but Midnight in Paris, From Rome with Love, Magic in the Moonlight, and Cafe Society. This one is an awful film, but Midnight in Paris and Cafe Society I absolutely adore. And then I have my favourite film of all time, which is In Bruges, right at the end there. We have a Funko Pop of Doctor Strange here near all the Marvel things, but keeping a safe distance from Sherlock because 2 Funkos of Benedict Cumberbatch in the same place would result in the world imploding. Then we come over to my foreign films, which sounds really pretentious, but it's honestly the easiest way to categorise them. They're split into French films, which are here. I have 1 Spanish film, and then the rest are Japanese. And there are 2 mangas at the end, which are in French, weirdly. And then there's Asuka at the end from Sword Art Online. So the first one is a box set of Jean de Florette and Manon de Sorcière, I don't actually know. Then La Chambre Verte, La mariée était en noir, Vivre sa vie, Amélie, because of course I had to have Amélie. Then The Class, which in French is Entre les murs. Resistance, an amazing French TV show. La Vie en Rose, I missed out Delicatessen. Oh, no I didn't. Then we have Pan's Labyrinth, the Guillermo del Toro film. Then the first season of Ma. Princess Mononoke, a Studio Ghibli film. Another Studio Ghibli film here is Ponyo. Then The Girl Who Leapt Through Time, and finally the 2 little mangas, which are To Your Eternity and Fairy Tale. And that's it.